All right, we are live. Greetings, fellow traders. Let me get this tweeted out so everybody can join in here. 1 second. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. Just make sure this is coming through okay. Sound check, sound check. Here we go. Good, good, good. All right, good stuff. All right, well, I hope everybody had a great trading day today. So happy Tuesday, everybody. It was another kind of grindy day up, and there was a few opportunities out there today. It was pretty interesting. You just got to know where to look. So anyway, today we are going to be continuing our conversation on day trading Renko charts. Right, the Renko. What's the Renko? Right, it's these bricks. Right, Renko meaning coming from Renga from Japanese meaning brick. Right, so these brick moves right here. We talked about Renko. We explained it the first day. The second day we talked about range charts, and today we're going to go back to the Renko charts, and we're going to talk about a little bit about strategy and using the RSI to our advantage using the Renko chart. So before we do that, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. So what we're going to do is first we're going to take a look and see where we left out the market here today, and then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what we might have in store for the rest of the evening and into tomorrow. And then we'll go through the topic, and then we'll take questions and chart requests. So let's get started. So SPX. Up 26 points today, right? We started a new month today. Happy September 1st. So we're starting a new month here today. A lot of times in the new month you expect a lot of flows. We really didn't get a lot of volume coming in today, but we are heading into a holiday weekend. So next Monday the markets are closed. So we may see volume continue to taper off throughout the week. So we saw a lot of low volume type stuff. Not things where things, we were hoping things would break out today, just didn't get the volume, and just kind of is what it is. But anyway, SPX here green. Weekly chart again. We are 2 days into the week and still a green chart right here, and daily chart again bullish until proven otherwise, as we are now in the all-time high frenzy. I mean, here's the Corona crash, right? So here's the prior all-time highs. It was really grindy on the way up here, and now we are way above it right now. I mean, so just continue to push. We got a couple of open gaps below here on the weekly chart. So, and we're approaching this crazy cloud here on the weekly chart as well. So we could expect some volatility coming, especially if we break down below the trend line, right? So we're starting to get extended over the 80 MA and the UTL here. So we'll see how that goes. Let's take a look at the price action here today. So it was kind of this real quick buy the dip opportunity here at the open. We actually shorted it right at the open. It was a quick move, and grabbed a quick profit on it, and then it reversed really, really quickly. But then it chopped for a while and then left an upper shadow off of yesterday's highs, right? And so it looks like it was trying to short right there, and it just didn't do it, right? So still holding the 80 MA on this one. Got another push up here, came back down. Just kind of this grindy up action today, right? Up down, up down, up down. Very, very, very challenging today, especially with options. But then they it's funny, you see all this action. It's like I could have just come in at the end of the day and just bought calls and been good to go, right? So that was pretty interesting. So it was a big push at the end of the day there on the SPX. Let's take a look at the levels here that we provide to our members before each market open, and you can see here today, these are the levels here. It actually pushed pretty strong right here over this last level at the end of the day. But you can see how the levels were really tight right here, and we stayed in this range. This is kind of like a hands-off type area, right? So one of the things we look for, of course, during the day are triangles, to look for breakouts here. We did get one here, got a little bit of momentum pop through that, and that was about it. We saw the same kind of thing on Apple today. Fast pullback to retest the triangle, and then just kind of ground its way back up there. And this got really, really nasty here at the end of the day until it pushed right at the end. So one of those kind of days, right? But fortunately, there are names that stood out today and gave us some opportunities today. So that's a good thing. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see how they're behaving here tonight. And see if we can get some trend lines on this and for things to track. So wow, so they continued the move up here. It was really, it was a sharp move down at the close yesterday, right? So this is yesterday. We had a sharp move down, and we kind of worked our way up overnight, and then we pushed back down again, right? So, but really, if you take your Fibonacci's out right here, you can see this pullback was right about a 786 here into the open, right? And then we bounced off of that, and now you can tell this is clearly an impulsive wave up, right? So to me, this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got the a nice extension off of this here going into this evening, and you can see, I mean, you can do a couple of ways here, right? So you can go extension here to 1, back to 2, right? It was about a 1.68 extension here to get to the highs on this one. Sometimes you can just go 2 to 3, 3 to 4, right? Pull an extension off of that too. And but anyway, I like the 1.618 up here, and we're starting to reverse off of that now. So let's see how it goes in the evening. It might just be an ABC correction throughout the night. Of course, we've got a whole night ahead of us, so we could see an A, a B, a C, and then we continue to push our way up going into tomorrow, right? So we'll see how that goes throughout the rest of the evening. Tough here with trend lines, right? So we broke through this major geometric line through the day today. That was kind of that first, short-term triangle, longer-term geometric line, actually kind of longer-term triangle top right here. So let's take this and just kind of put this in here as a potential level going into tomorrow, right? So we broke out here, retested, and then we worked our way up here into the evening. We'll see. Again, this wave 5 might not be over. It's just as kind of a theory here based on what we're seeing here this evening. So some crazy levels here. So again, let's see if they have set up for this morning. But definitely bullish here. We're up $7.50 here after hours. So good stuff. All right. So today we're going to be continuing our conversation on day trading Renko charts, and today we're going to be talking about strategy with using RSI. So let's get to that, and let's go ahead and pull up the SPY here and just kind of look at some examples. And basically, the idea is what we want to do is look for divergences, right? So we want to look for bullish divergences and bearish divergences using RSI with the Renko charts. They're actually kind of rare, but let's take a look here. Let's go to SPY. So let's pull up let's go back to the Renkos. So once again, just click on the settings, time axis, hit your range counts, go to Renko bars, and just kind of keep it at ATR. So let's keep it. Let's pull it up here for 5 days and just see what we can see here. Okay, and then what we're going to do next, right? So we can see the ATR right here is about 11 cents. So it makes it a little bit tricky right here, but one of the things we could do is kind of customize our RSI to match whatever the ATR is, right? So, sorry guys. Right there, sorry about that. Okay, yeah, so you got the Renko charts pulled up here. Sorry, sometimes it takes me a second to switch these things over. So we got the Renko charts pulled up here. Again, the same stuff we've been talking about this week. You click on that settings button, you go to time axis, hit range, and then click Renko bars. So good stuff there. So let's take a look. So let's go to the RSI, and then so we saw that we have 11 cents right here on our ATR. So let's go. Let's hit an RSI of 11 and see how that looks here. Okay, so default's at 14, so I'm gonna drop that down to 11. Okay, since they're averaging at every 11 cents right here, and what we can do is we can start to look for potential divergences to see if there's a move, right? So here's a pretty good example right here. Here, this. Okay, so here we're rising here to these new levels, right? And we have a bearish divergent RSI, right? So we go from high. I usually like to do just the oversold and overbought levels when I'm doing divergences, right? So we rose here on a declining RSI. Right, so this is an area of a potential short, right? So at this point here, we just want to kind of confirm and make sure things go. It got really, really choppy right here. So basically, a push below these levels here gives you a nice move down here for 3 Renko bars, right? I mean, not amazing, right? But it's like I said today. Today was a pretty choppy day, but it would be a successful short opportunity on this one, right? So the other thing we look for, of course, are divergences in the other direction, right? So if we go back here, right, we could see. Pretty nice here into the evening, right? We had a declining move right here, right, on the Renkos, and then your RSI had a bullish divergence on this one. And so you can see that was actually very nice right here. Once we broke, and it didn't give you the chop on this area. Instead, just a nice confirmation right here. So some folks like to take it as soon as it turns green. You can get a little bit trapped in here, but if you have your stop up here, you're actually pretty safe. If you just took it when it first turned red, when this divergence happened right here, right? So you're still safe with a stop above these Renkos right here, and you were able to catch a nice move down on that one. Right, here's another one, really nice one right here. So we were declining, right, at this point, right, and we had a bullish divergence here on the RSI. Right, if you enter here, when it turns green, you get a stop right down here, right? It ended up coming back, a little 2-bar pullback, right? And then worked its way up really, really nicely. So the divergences can be pretty cool, right? Actually, here's one right here as well, right? So we worked our way up here, right, to these highs. This is from yesterday. And we had a bearish divergence right here on the RSI, right? So it's basically a declining momentum, right, when we're pushing to highs, and then you come in right here, whichever one is your preference, with a stop above here, and you can see how nicely that worked here with the Renko on the downside. So cool stuff. So that is using RSI. It's a great way to find entries. Again, like I said, I customized it. I set it to 11 because the ATR on SPY is 11 cents. And so it basically is just using that 11-cent move and basing the momentum off of that. So it's a really cool tool. And if you guys like the Renko charts, it is a fun way to find to try to find tops and bottoms on an intraday and look for good entries. So good stuff. Well, hopefully you guys found that helpful. At this point, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can and try to wrap up as early as possible so we can all get a good night's sleep and have another awesome trading day tomorrow. And hopefully they'll put a little more volume in it. But with the holidays coming up, I'm okay playing it safe, right? So, kind of preserving that capital, right? Especially the mental capital too. So good stuff there. All right. So, Suyag, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're well. Maybe first, let's get this switch back over to the normal charts. Let's go to time, hit apply, and back to the regular stuff. So back to the noise, right? So some pretty cool stuff there. So let's go back to the daily chart here and see what we've got going on. So Suyag, I hope you're doing well too. Hope you had a great day today. Let's take a look at a couple different names right here. So we got Roku. So Roku looking pretty interesting right here. So a nice inside day up, right? When we gap above the inside day, nice bullish move, right? This was the one that we pointed out at the open this morning with a good bullish move. We pointed out in the public Twitter too, and it did give a good push up here and hit fresh all-time highs, and then it kind of drifted down for the rest of the day. So it was low volume on the downside here. So we may see some strength in it if the market tries to get strong again tomorrow. Again, I like that it's at all-time highs finally, right? It was in such a range-bound area right here. So let's see what it does. It might give a little bit of a pullback and then start going again. So let's see how that goes. But bullish, generally bullish to prove it. Let's just watch the upper shadow on that one. Disney, again, just kind of looking at this one. This is had a strong close last week, right? Decent close last week, and then it really pulled back hard yesterday. But I like how it's recovering right here. So let's see if this can get some follow through the upside. It might be go time for Disney. So we'll definitely keep that on the bullish radar going in tomorrow. In fact, let me add that to the list. So it's a good find on that one. 1 second. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so Disney could be interesting. I like the reversal. It doesn't have a lot of volume, but that's okay, just because it gave that pretty harsh pullback and it gave a nice recovery off of it. So let's see how that goes. Good stuff there. And what else? Okta. So Okta looking pretty good right here. Nice push here today. Again, all-time, hit all-time highs today, but this did kind of reject these prior levels right here. So it really would be nice if it closed above those areas. But good volume on that one. If software stays strong, definitely one to keep an eye on. CRM, speaking of software, so got a nice bounce off of this one. Again, not surprised to see it, right? So it failed. We talked about this yesterday. It failed to take the inside day down, right? It reversed back up in the range, which means there's a high probability that it wants to test that inside day level right there. Right, and then it blew through that today and just ended up giving a really, really nice move. Tricky, right? So it wasn't until here, right, where we started to triangulate here on the intraday. Right, and these are sometimes where it helps us to focus on one or two names during the day. We got a double inside 15 here at the 15-hour high, and then boom, breakout here with increased volume, and then CRM. It was that was all for the day. Have a nice one, right? So that one, and then of course Nvidia semiconductors. Again, Nvidia had their little show today, showing off their technology and all that. So it got actually a rough pullback intraday. We caught a little bit of this intraday on the upside. So good thing we had stops on that because it pulled back pretty harshly right here after that news, and then it's kind of chopped around here in the middle of this triangle range here today, but is now drifting up after hours. So let's see if Nvidia can still show some strength into tomorrow. Good stuff. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So Facebook broke through the flag. And let's take a look and see. Yeah, so it broke through today and came right back in, right? So it was got really, really tight, took the inside date up, came back in the range. So this is kind of the opposite we're looking at CRM right here. There's actually a chance that it could test a little bit lower. It's up after hours, but again, everything is bullish right now. So let's just see if we can continue to push on that one for Facebook. I know, I just couldn't get to all-time highs yet, but this is what it did last week, right? It kept on trying to break out, and then it finally moved, right? So give Facebook a little bit of time. Each stock has their own kind of shenanigans. But yeah, so, and then Apple, of course. Apples and bananas. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? Nice move right here, right? So it, just continued to push its way up, after the split too. So fresh all-time highs here today. Nice hammer, filled the gap, and then bounced its way back up there today. So yeah, let's see if we push over the highs and keep going up. Hopefully, the market stays strong going into tomorrow and it doesn't turn into a hanging man. Square with a nasty close there today, but it finally broke out of the levels, so that was good, right? We talked about how tight it was getting, right? It gapped up today. It didn't make it easy, but it was a good push at the open, and then kind of some nasty intraday stuff. But if you're swinging this thing in this congestion, looking for a breakout, you get a nice move off of that. So let's see if we can give a more of a push. A spinning top right there, so anything could happen off of that one, right? So. A little bit tricky on the intraday, and then Baba had a nice move today, right? So double inside day up, right? So here it goes. It's coming up to the 618 up that 300 level. This was tricky, right? So this was also not easy today. Gave a couple breakout attempts. It finally got over the 15 warp high. It just didn't make it easy, right? It wasn't like a smooth moving day. I tell you, a candle like this makes it look easy, but some of these intraday charts are not just a steady up move. It looks like it was, but it wasn't, right? So sorry on this candle right here, but. Double inside day up, so that's a good news on Baba. Good stuff. Yeah, my pleasure. Almo, what's going on? Yeah, let's take a look. So Etsy, guys, great find on this one yesterday. I think Bagesh pointed it out yesterday, but I really like the hammer or the Northern Doji on this one here off of the 50-day moving average. It's been so strong recently. It was a good place for potential balance on that one. I like how Etsy got the move. It was on the bullish game plan from yesterday, so that gave a nice move there today. Microsoft, again, we got this TikTok news. Apparently, it's going to come out sometime. I don't know how it's going to affect Microsoft. It's getting really tight down here, right? We got this another inside day on this one, so it could be kind of flagging right here. Let's see if we can try to break out there with some volume. And then Shop. I tell you, Shop is so tough to trade these days. I mean, it finally did it, right? We've been talking about it, right? Like yesterday, I think we even said that if it can get above these levels, right, Shop could really get going again, right? So it got over these levels here and then finally pushed, right? So again, it was all at the open here today too, but just a real tricky one to trade. Big spreads on this one these days, so they need to do a split now too. So good stuff. Thank you, Amma. So good. So Shirley sent a few in here via email. Again, thanks everybody for your thoughts and prayers for Shirley. Just it looks doing better every day. So thank you guys so much. So let's take a look at Apple. Apple, right? So Apple with that hammer there today. Very aggressive as it continues to hold trend. I mean, who knows, guys? This thing could be back to 500, as if it wants to. CRWD heading into earnings, right? So we got earnings coming up, I believe, tomorrow after the close. So wow, what a big earnings run on this one so far. We'll see if it can get hot tomorrow. It's got earnings after the close tomorrow on CRWD. Just an amazing move, big gap up today, and just continued to push right throughout the day. So that's just a beautiful, beautiful move. And let's take a look here. Yep, just an 80 MA day on CRWD all day, and look at that, up after hours. Wow, this thing's on fire. It all had to do with the Zoom being so strong, right? So now all these kind of corny names are super strong too, right? ZS is a big one, guys. Wow. Yeah, that was a huge move on ZS right here. So again, this is providing a lot of back-end stuff for cloud names, things like that. So again, just a big breakout candle today. Wow. And kind of drifting off after hours. So just an incredible move on that one too. That one needs to go on the radar too. Crowd and ZS, great finds on those, Shirley. And what else? Lulu. Let's see, is Lulu stretching the stretch pants? Let's take a look. Yeah, oh my goodness. Well, that was a big move on Lulu as well. So it's a good move there. Nice little 3-day pullback to the 80 MA, and then it's just launched off. I tell you guys, everything is just crazy, frenzy bullish here these days. CVNA. Carvana. Yeah, so nice moves on this one too. This has been a big go-to name for, Corona, right? Getting your car delivered instead of going to a dealership, something like that. So nice inside day out there today, but it did leave you with kind of a big upper shadow. So good stuff. Thank you so much, Shirley. Mike, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's see what Tesla. So Tesla, okay, right? It almost looked like it was going to do a dark cloud cover today, but it didn't quite close below 50% of this candle right here. So, the reason it's down, one is because there's that Tesla queue out there that loves shorting Tesla, and they struggled with it. Right, it had a nice pop. They bought the dip on $5 billion stock offering, right? And then it rallies off of it real quickly. Members that actually did well off of that one today, and they just tried to keep slamming it down here today. But look how hard it is to keep Tesla down. It wasn't, this wasn't like a down day. I mean, we were down because of the gap, but it was really tough to keep it. I held the 15 orb, and it's kind of drifting up after hours right here. So I would not be surprised to see this squeeze out a bunch of shorts. So definitely keep Tesla on the radar going into tomorrow. And we got GLD. GLD, guys, it's just so funky, right? To see the market gapping up and then gold moving up too, and then the VIX moving up simultaneously with the market going. It's like, what's going on here? But GLD, yeah, nice gap up there today, and then it kind of pulled back in the range there. But it is still holding the ADMA and still holding trend. So we got there too. Thanks so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your evening. ZEK, go go, go go. Wake me up before you go go. So wow, big gap over an inside day. Makes for a nice move on that one. What can you say? Just a beautiful move right there and great volume on that one. Neo, again, pretty decent here, right? Nice little push off of yesterday's rally. So let's see. It still needs to get over this inside day high right here. So let's see if it can do that on Neo. And then Oracle. So again, another bidder for the TikTok. Who's gonna win the bid? Who knows? Probably one of those obscure companies that were out there on it, and then we'll see how it rides. But it'll be interesting to see, and it'll be interesting also to see if they sell the news on that stuff. But Oracle is kind of chopping around, just waiting on the TikTok stuff. So good stuff. Bagash, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let's take a look at Penn. Had a good write up, I think, recently on Penn. I think there was some positive comments this morning about it, right? Saying it could go to like, I don't know, some inordinate amount of like $200 or something like that. So this one has been one of the stronger names out of the casino sector. Had a nasty pullback yesterday and almost a full professional gap up on this one. If we had an open gap, this would be a pro gap. But you got to think here, a lot of people were short Penn yesterday, and that gap up right there squeezed a lot of those shorts out, and then the rest of us just kind of ride the wave on that one. So nice move there on Penn. Roku. Again, good push on Roku today, just left with an upper shadow, so it's a little bit kind of sketchy on that one. EVBG, Everbridge, not one that I typically trade, but a great candle on that one. Getting really, it looks like it's broke out of these levels right here, so that's a major breakout on that one right there. So good volume on that one, nice breakout. So definitely want to keep an eye on the long side there. And ANET. Inside day right there, right at the 50-day moving average, just kind of sandwiched in there, wedged in there a little bit. So just a little bit of caution with the ANET on that one. And then Chewy, wow on that one. Yeah, so Chewy was good today. Buddy was really happy dog today. Lots of buying on this one, guys. This one was strong. Piton was strong today. A lot of these names just had some super strength today. But wow, Chewy, I mean, who'd imagine this thing just kind of just pushing like that? But it is what it is. So big move on Chewy. Great stuff. Kim, what's going on? Top is up bubbly. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Strong start to September. We got NNOX. There's your, wow. Yeah, we were talking about that last night. Got really tight in there and just kind of blasted out of those ranges. Really nice one there. Great find on that one. Piton. Again, another nice move here. Very similar to Chewy. We had members that were swinging this one and just did fantastic on that one today. Great stuff there. APPS. Digital Turbo. Wow, yeah, so it was turning into a spinning top there off the ADMA and it just blasted back through that one today. Really incredible stuff. And then Nike, is actually looking pretty interesting. Meant to say that this one is looking like it's gearing up for a move. Right, look at that double inside day up today, guys. You just gotta love it. So beautiful consolidation and a breakout on that one. Incredible stuff there. Anki, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let's take a look at CVX. Ooh, nasty. Possible doji sandwich down on that one. It's got some levels right here, but if it loses basically this area right here, it could get pretty nasty on CVX. Let's add that to the bearish radar going into tomorrow. If not, right, obviously it could be a reversal doji, but looking pretty weak right there for sure. What else? Twitter. Yeah, guys, Twitter with the triple inside day yesterday. So the really cool part about Twitter is the reversal. Right, so like we talked about, when we fail to break down in any sensible way through these compressed ranges, especially these double, inside days, right? We saw a big reversal on this one. So basically, all it did was it broke that triple inside day down, right? And then it just couldn't get below this 15-order range. I gave you this double inside 15 right here that started the move, right? One more pullback, and then it just launched. Right, for a huge move on Twitter today. Really incredible stuff. And then, like we always say, if it can't break down to the bottom, right, there's a good chance that it tests the high of that range, and that happened all in one day. So that makes these type of days fun for trading. Boeing. Boeing, yeah, just getting really tight, still triangulating here. We're waiting for something, some volume, some news, some sort of breakout on this thing. But it's eventually going to move. Just which way it moves, who knows? But probably up because they love Boeing. Goldman Sachs is kind of chopping around here, is hanging out at the 200 and the 50-day moving average, and then Dow. Yeah, nice recovery there off of that 4-day pullback, and actually a little bit longer than that too. So a good recovery of that. Big volume coming in there today. Again, the Chinese names were strong today. Baba was strong today. JD, a lot of those names had some good strength today, and this one kind of did pretty well too. But watch out, it lifted an upper shadow right at the cloud right there, so it could be a little bit of resistance on that. Good stuff. Yeah, my pleasure. Actually, what's going on? Intel. Let's take another look at Intel, the original. So, this one got really, really tight after earnings, right? Didn't they actually have good earnings? Yeah, this is the crazy one. They had good earnings, bad guidance, whatever it was. Got really, really tight down here. It's been consolidating here for about 40 days so far. It tried to make a breakout right here, which is good. And now it's just kind of chopping around right here. Let's see how this holds. Again, this cloud is kind of interesting right here at this current angle, right? So if it starts to get really strong, it's got a chance to get higher. But if it continues to chop, the breakout's going to be tricky unless we can get a thrust into that daily cloud there. So good stuff there. Mookie, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Rocket. So Rocket did it, right? So it broke out. It broke out of that bull flag here today. Really, really nice intraday, right? If you kind of look at it right here. Good pop right here. Nasty pullback, right? But then it really, really pushed there into the afternoon to give a full bull flag breakout. So that's good. It's got earnings tomorrow. So tomorrow after hours on that one. So that should be pretty interesting. Workhorse, again, pretty nice one. Yeah, nice breakout on Workhorse right there. Lower volume today too, which is kind of sketchy. Just be careful with that, but good for a day trade on that one. And then they cut wood today. Yeah, they were super strong for sure. But while we're at it, there's the Timber ETF. So anyway, good stuff. Matthew, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. J-Moss, what's going on? Good evening. Yes, let's take a look at Apple. Potential momentum hammer going into tomorrow. Up about 80 cents here after hours, so let's see if that can hold. But really, really nice push on Apple. Baba, double inside day on that one, right? So nice gap up on that and a push. Disney looking really interesting here, right? So a decent recovery off of yesterday's pullback. So we'll see if that can hold and give a push to the upside. The Jets. Okay, so the airlines again is still chopping around this area right here, big triangle, right, that it's working on. And again, just wanted to keep an eye on. Sometimes they give a move. There was a pop intraday, right, when the president said he was going to help out the airlines, right, and kind of went from there. Lulu with a big breakout finally. Microsoft again chopping around here until I guess until this TikTok news comes out here today and will give you an inside day. Target. So Target is kind of struggling here, right? So it's kind of in this chop zone right here. So, but it's sitting on the ADMA. Would love to see this thing get a breakout on it, right? So, so that could be pretty cool. But again, just kind of doing its chopping thing. Now Target can do this for a while, so just a little bit of caution on that. But but then eventually it does break out. It could try to break out. So good stuff. So Matthew, yeah, good evening. Let's take a look at Pins. So Pins had some big moves, right? So a couple really, really big moves right here. I like where it closed. I like how it closed right at all-time highs. Good volume on this one today, so definitely some good strength on Pins. Docu. Sorry, guys, the C didn't make it in there. Docu. Yeah, fantastic move today, guys. We talked about this as a potential gap and go. The only issue was it was so expensive, right? So nice move at the open here when it cleared its pre-market levels, right? Pulled back, retested those levels, double inside 15 at 50 high, and then rode the ADMA up for the rest of the day. It's drifting up nicely after hours. But the options were so expensive on this one and Zoom today. So so good stuff there. Nice. And then RNG. Yep, so RNG with a nice push there as well. Just watch out for that upper shot on that one. Great stuff. Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks, Matthew. Nitin, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so Apple with the potential momentum hammer on this one. Roku. Roku, again, strong push this morning, but then left you with an upper shadow on that one. But it gave us nice strength here on the intraday for a day trade on that one. And Walmart, my goodness, guys, this thing was up like, I think like 11 points or something like that at one point here today. Huge breakout candle on Walmart. Awesome buy the dip on this one yesterday. Really, really incredible stuff here. So, so yeah, decent hammer. I like the hammer from yesterday, and I like how they gapped up above it. So good stuff there on Walmart. And then, of course, Good stuff. Thanks, Netton. Deep End, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at Netflix. So Netflix again, great follow through on Netflix after it bounced off its upper trend line yesterday from the double inside day. This is exactly what we talked about, right, guys? We just talked about it a little bit ago, right? So we had a double inside on CRM, right? We had a double inside day right here. Failed to break to the downside with any authority, right? Came back in the range, which means it would at least want to test these levels right here, right? And it got through that nicely today and pushed above all these levels. So if it wants to be strong, right, all-time high is the next target on that one. So very, very interesting there. Walmart, again, we just looked at this one. Again, big push on that. Let's see how it goes going into this this TikTok news. But again, I think it just got squeezed out a lot after the last pullback. And CRM, right? Same thing right there. Failed inside day down and a nice reversal to the upside. Good stuff. Anki, what's going on? UNH. Let's take a look at UNH. Yeah, it's still just kind of chopping around up here, right? So again, the 50 is actually serving it basically as the bottom of a triangle right here. You got this going on. So let's wait to see if we can give a breakout on this. It's kind of been out of play for a while, but it might be getting ready to start moving again. Ken, yeah, how about Piton? Just a beautiful move on this one. We could see some more follow through the upside. Had a great pause day yesterday, and just gave a launch on that. But this is and it's up actually almost $1 after hours too. So just amazing follow through on this stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if it has some more strength going into tomorrow. The Nest, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at JP Morgan. So JP Morgan still kind of hanging out at 100. It's like its favorite price or something like that, and it's hanging onto the cloud. So let's see if I can hold it. An evening star reversal. We did get some downside follow through from the bearish radar, the bearish game plan from yesterday. But of course, like all stocks, like they just tend to go back up, right? So Walmart, big push today. Let's see if we get some follow through. Dow again, really nice with the rest of the Chinese names. NOMD. Nomad Foods kind of hanging in there, hanging on to ADMA on that one, so let's see if I can give a push on that one. Uber had some pretty good call activity today. Moved up a little bit off the inside day and out of the cloud, so that's starting to look pretty interesting on Uber. CRM, again, great follow through from the failed inside day down. And MOS, kind of hanging there, just kind of chopping around. DKNG. Inside day on this one, holding the clouds on that one, but it's a really tight range on this one. So just tricky area right here. Not really trending, right? It's just kind of triangulating. And then Target again, just kind of getting really tight in this range too. I heard that Target's going to get some Tesla charging stations, right? So we got that going on. And then ALB, nice pop on this one today on ALB. That's a good breakout candle on that. I really like that. So definitely want to keep an eye on there. And of course, Roku, nice move today with a big upper shadow. And then UPS, inside day, right? But still holding the ADMA. So let's see if I can give a breakout one way or the other on that one. Good stuff. Tracy, what's going on? Good evening. How's that AVGO doing? So I was on the bullish radar the other day. Got a little bit of follow through from that one. And more follow through on this one. Great job on that one. Great. Yeah, beautiful stuff. CN. Let's take a look at CN right here. So, yeah, nice double inside day up on that. We had a lot of tight ranges from yesterday, and just generally, I guess, a strong market. Even the SPY wasn't really doing much on that one. Great job, fantastic work on AVGO. Good job, nice job, Tracy. Zenful, what's going on? So thoughts on the CRM move today? Yeah, so basically it was just a nice follow through off of yesterday's reversal from the inside day. Right. So again, general strength on that one. Let's see if we can get some more upside follow through. Good stuff. Geo, yeah, Zuo. Let's take a look. Zuo. Wow. Big move on that one today. All these ones, all these like kind of like funky tech names are giving these big earnings runs because like Zoom like made like that huge $100 like gap up. So again, you're seeing a lot of that stuff going on there too. Theory, what's going on? Neo. Yeah, nice follow through from yesterday. Again, yesterday was a huge reversal candle, and a great follow through from that one today. Retested yesterday's close and just kind of bounced off of that one. Sure, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Take two. Let's take a look. We talked about this one yesterday. So, still triangulating, right? So, tricky on this one. Really need to see some volume come in and a hopeful breakout on that one. Apple putting in a little bit of a momentum hammer here from today and getting some follow through this evening. So, let's see if that can continue. CMG, the Nest. Yeah, here's one that, I don't know. Will these guys ever do a stock split? We'll see. But CMG, just amazing move right there. Fresh all-time highs. Incredible candle. Incredible volume. Go burritos. So good stuff there. And then the Nest. Vroom. Again, just a great breakout off of that one here today. Just so much strength in a lot of names today, even though the market was kind of blah. So some pretty cool stuff there. And Michael, yeah, Zoom. What's going on, Michael? So yeah, Zoom was really incredible, right? Big gap up today. Not an amazing gap and go type candle, but it did give some moves intraday. Super duper expensive on the options even after earnings. Docu with a huge move, gap and go on that one today, and then ZS super duper strong. Just amazing across these sectors here today. Just really really great stuff. Fantastic. The Nest, yeah, and Baidu. Yeah, it was up a little bit today. Inside day on that one, not as much as like the Baba, the JD, names like that. So and then that Dow one, pretty incredible stuff there. Faisal, what's going on? Good to see you. AMD inside day. So kind of a choppy chart right here. Let's just pull it right here. So big day yesterday, pause day today. Let's see if we can break out to the upside. Given it's up a little bit after hours, and see if it can do a nice kind of jack in the box, pop out of that area. Work, nice. Yeah, so work again, wow, just kind of gapped up with the rest of the software names, guys. We like how it pierced into the cloud. What an incredible follow through on that one. I tell you guys, this market's going crazy, but amazing stuff there. SPY to 360, why not? Let's go to 500. Let's go to 500. So we'll see on that one. So yeah, but Target is teaming up with Tesla to host superchargers. It would help some foot traffic for sure. Maybe, yeah, it depends where you are, right? Where we are, it's like, okay, it might add like 2 more people and then add extra cost, right, to the electric bill. but we'll see how that goes there, but it could be interesting. The next, Roku, 1 hour shows Roku trying to make another move. Let's take a look here. So Roku, let's see. So Roku, yeah, getting really, really tight here on the 1 hour chart, right? After hours, it's just getting really, really tight, right? So let's see if that contraction leads to expansion. Good stuff, Faisal. Yeah, TSM. That name came up a lot today. Yeah, so just a nice gap up off of that one right there. This funky one right with the ADR, but strength on that one definitely helped the semiconductors a bit there. Cool, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. FTNT, let's take a look. FTNT. Big upper shadow there off the 50-day moving average, so didn't really participate with the rest of the market rally here today, but still kind of in a congestion zone on that one, so a little bit of caution there. AXP. AXP is one of the trickier kind of credit card names to trade. It kind of worked its way back up into the prior inside day. It might go up a little bit right there, but again, you got the 200-day right above it, so you're kind of like it's a little bit tricky there too with the options. So a little bit of caution on that one. CLDR with earnings. Yeah, so CLDR. Let's take a look. Tomorrow after the close, right? But an amazing earnings run on that one. Look how it broke out on all those trend lines. Just amazing stuff on that. Levi, what's going on? So we got ADSK. Very, very nice on that one. Got Doji up there today, so it's a strong push on that one for sure. Workhorse gave a nice move today as well. Just be really, really careful with Workhorse on follow through. It doesn't like to give it, right? And then LVGO, again, it has been epic. And then it did, right? So it gave you that a nice inside day up on that one. And then WRTC. Again, the big the riot name, right? So it's a nice push up off of that one. So inside day up and piercing into the cloud with some good volume on that one. So see if we continue to push there. Michael, yeah, dynamite. Nice stuff, guys. Well, great stuff, guys. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in this evening. I always appreciate the chart requests and the questions, and I hope you guys are enjoying our discussion this week on Renko. We'll be continuing again tomorrow, and of course, this is the riot name. So we'll be continuing this discussion again going into tomorrow, and it's always good. We'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow. We put our videos out there. So if you're new here, definitely click subscribe on YouTube, and be sure to hit the like button whether you're new here or not. We always appreciate that. It goes a long way. So we'll put our morning prep video out there bright and early tomorrow morning. So we'll see you guys bright and early. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.